This time we head to Boston and a private viewing of original Adams documents at the Massachusetts Historical Society.
These are the Adams family papers. This
Okay.
is certainly one of the largest and by far the most important single collection we hold. But the cornerstone of this collection are about 1,200 letters exchanged by John and Abigail Adams over the course of about 40 years. This is the earliest letter that survives from John to Abigail Adams. This is from 1762, where he's a young lawyer, getting more successful. She's still a teenager at this time, and he writes to her, Miss Adorable, and then he writes her out sort of a contract. By the same token that the bearer hereof sat up with you last night, I hereby order you to give him as many kisses and as many hours of your company after 9 o'clock as he shall please to demand, and charge them to my account. When this letter was sent, it would come as a little parcel like this. This is before letters have envelopes. So what you're doing is you're getting a letter. This would be hand delivered because it's across town, but you'd get a letter like this, and you could just open it up.
It'd be sealed here?
Yes, and that's what you're seeing is the stain from the sealing wax.
Okay.
You're feeling your way into the 18th century and holding something from it. I mean, that's romantic, I know, but I think it's also real.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, that's right. Before we leave here, let's just look at an example of Abigail Adams's letters, because I think they're really interesting, and this is a very famous one. But this is where she writes to him. I long to hear that you have declared an independency, and that is a word that's repeated often in their correspondence. And by the way, in the new code of laws, which I suppose it will be necessary for you to make, I desire you would remember the ladies, and be more generous and favorable to them than your ancestors. Do not put such unlimited power in the hands of the husbands. Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could. But here, at the end of this, she has this discussion of making saltpeter. The idea there's this crisis of the revolution because they're a colony and things are imported. So what she does is she's abiding by that sort of idea that it's necessary to make the components of gunpowder, collect them from the farms, and then produce gunpowder factories to make that we have to do that. This is where she says, what's really important is to get Mr. Bass to send me a bundle of pins. This is right directly from the page to the play, in this really kind of wonderful way. On the way out, I'm going to stop and look at our portraits of young John and Abigail Adams.
These are the earliest known images of John and Abigail. Such a remarkable couple, and it's so heartening to know that the writers of 1776 were so true to their relationship as revealed in their letters. Next time, we'll dig deeper into the archives at the Historical Society and get to know the real John Adams even better.